You know that feeling, right? That quiet, kind of exhausting effort of just trying to fit in. It's not about being the life of the party or anything. It's more subtle. It's that feeling that you have to tweak who you are just a little to be accepted. Well, today we're going to look at the psychology of why that very effort so often backfires.
It's one of those things in life that just doesn't seem to make sense. The harder we work to connect, the more isolated we end up feeling. So the big question we're really digging into is this: why? Why does trying so hard to fit in often have the exact opposite effect?
To really get this, we have to start by acknowledging where this feeling even comes from. And look, it's not a flaw. It's not a sign of weakness at all. I mean, this desire is literally wired into us. The need to be part of a community, to be accepted, that's a fundamental human drive. So that pressure you felt, it is not just you. It's one of the most universal feelings we have.
Okay, so the instinct itself is totally natural. But, and this is the whole point, our strategy for acting on it is where things get really complicated and often counterproductive.
This is the absolute heart of the problem. We put in all this work, right? We listen, we adapt, we try to match the vibe of the room, and the result isn't that connection we were hoping for. Instead, there's this distance, a gap. So, what is going on here?
Well, the answer lies in this unconscious thing that we are all doing all the time. We are constantly sending and receiving a very particular kind of signal.
This right here is the crucial piece of the puzzle. We humans are incredibly good at this. We have this built-in radar for authenticity. It's not a conscious thought, nobody's thinking, that person is being fake. It's a gut feeling, a subconscious sense that something is just a little bit off.
And invisible static is the perfect way to describe it. When what we're showing on the outside doesn't line up with what we're feeling on the inside, it creates what some psychologists call psychological friction. It's like a low-level hum of static in the communication channel. The other person can't name it, but they can feel it. And it creates this subtle, quiet distrust. So this really breaks down that gap between what we think we're projecting and what people are actually picking up on. We think we're nailing it because we're wearing the right clothes, we're saying the correct opinions, but what people are subconsciously sensing isn't the performance, it's the inconsistency underneath it all. The effort itself is what's creating the disconnection.
But, this isn't just about how other people see us. The external static is only half the story. The internal price we pay for all this effort, well, that's often much, much higher.
I mean, just think about the sheer energy this takes. Every moment you're with people, you're running this complex program in the back of your mind. The technical term is cognitive self-suppression, and it's constantly monitoring your words, your body language, your opinions, editing everything before it goes live. It is just utterly exhausting.
And that exhaustion leads to these things. First, the obvious mental fatigue. But then there are two other costs that are way more damaging. Feeling invisible. Because if people only accept the version of you that you're performing, have they really seen you at all? And finally, becoming replaceable. And this is the deepest irony, really. In trying to be what you think the group wants, you end up suppressing the very things that make you unique and memorable. You become a generic version of a person, and you're so much easier to overlook.
This all leads us to a really powerful and important distinction. It's a completely new frame for what it is we're actually searching for.
This right here clears everything up. Fitting in, that's an outside-in job. It's imitation. It requires you to change yourself to match the group. But belonging, that's an inside-out process. It's about resonance, it's about finding the people who connect with who you already are. Fitting in is about being accepted. Belonging is about being seen. They are not the same thing.
And when you put it all together, the static, the exhaustion, the huge difference between imitation and resonance, it all leads to one simple, quiet truth. The real risk was never about rejection from other people. It's the slow erosion of our own self in the quiet, constant effort to be somebody else.